We are one day closer to seeing our Chicago Bears take on the Carolina Panthers. But before we get there, we got to talk about some of the key matchups in that game versus the Carolina Panthers. I'm also going to give you guys some bold predictions to continue on with the mailbag episodes on Saturday. And it's the mailbag day because it's Saturday. Y'all know we're going to talk about it, break it all down, but we're going to get into this intro first.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bears Central.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of Chicago Bears Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bears. I'm your host here for the day on the mailbag day, Bobby, and I'm holding it down. So if you're tuned in, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell as well. No C-Dub today. My man's handling business. So you got me. And we're going to talk about these Carolina Panthers. Now, one of the key matchups that I've been looking at is that, well, one of the things before we get into the matchup that I've been looking at is a lot of people overlooking this Carolina Panthers team. And rightfully so. I understand that, and I understand it 100%. But I will say this. The Chicago Bears have no skin in the game. The Chicago Bears have no ill will to feel like they can come in here and take this team lightly whatsoever. And a few weeks ago versus the Indianapolis Colts, I was so confident that the Chicago Bears was going to pull it out. Guess what they did? Laid an egg. The Chicago Bears, I don't believe they will lay an egg, but I'm confident we're going to get into there, but I am not overly confident where I'm, creeping on to the arrogant side of this game for the Chicago Bears. Now, one of the matchups we talked that one of the key matchups that I think is going to be central for the success for the Chicago Bears is going to start with the Bears passing game versus the Panthers linebackers. It is being reported that two of the Panthers linebackers are going to be missing this game, and those are their starting linebackers. So when it comes to the Chicago Bears passing offense, they're going to have to be able to exploit some of those matchups. They're going to have to go out there and make sure that they are taking advantage of guys who might not have seen a lot of reps this season. So there's going to be some miscommunications on the field on the defensive side of the ball, or at least you hope there will be. And I think the Chicago Bears have to take advantage of those two guys missing and just all the injuries going on in other places for the Carolina Panthers. Another matchup that I believe is going to be key is the Bears offensive line versus the Panthers defensive line. Now, they do have Jadeveon Clowney. They do have Jadeveon Clowney. You know what I'm saying? And that's no scrub over there. He still is an impactful player regardless of how he has bounced around in the NFL. But the Chicago Bears O-line, you have to put together your best performance this season. That's a lot of pressure, but I don't care. We've seen them get better each and every week. Last week was a lot better than the week prior. This week, you have to take advantage of the D-line and the pass rushers of the Carolina Panthers simply because this team only has 5 sacks on the season, y'all. Don't let this team come out and get another 5. Don't even allow them to come out and get another 3. You know what I'm saying? So there will be sacks given up, maybe, but it'll be so much great if the Chicago Bears offensive line holds their own. And the offensive line is going to be key for the rushing game for the Chicago Bears simply because the Panthers allow 4.6 yards per carry to the opposing team. If the Chicago Bears can't figure it out versus this team, I don't know, y'all. I'm going to have to scratch my head on that one. But one of the last matchups that I'm really, really focusing on is the Bears defensive line versus the Panthers O-line. On their offensive line, they are having some injuries over there. There's some questions about their starting center. And now I'm hearing that these guys have already ran through a couple centers. So you hope that the youthfulness in that will kind of help you out in some ways. But I will say this. You got to watch out for Chuba Hubbard. You got to watch out for this fella. He is a running back for sure. The man is averaging 5.4 yards per carry. Guess how many of the Chicago Bears are giving up on their defensive side of the ball? And C-Dub, I got to show love to my guy. He ain't here today to pat himself on the back, but I'm going to send a virtual pat on the back for my man C-Dub. Last week, he been talking about the Bears rushing game and their rush defense and pretty much saying that, hey, we know how great this defense is, but we need to tighten up on those first down runs because watching that last game versus the Rams, it did seem like my man's Williams was in the backfield picking up 5 yards a rip on first down. So if the Chicago Bears, who are a team who has given up 4.5 yards per carry, if they are able to manage that well with Chuba Hubbard, you get to limit the Carolina Panthers and what they are able to do in the rush game and in the pass game because they are dealing with some guys on IR over there in their wide receiver room as well. So those are my 3 key matchups that I'm looking at. I'm looking at the Bears passing game versus the Panthers linebackers. I'm looking at the Bears O-line versus the Panthers D-line. I'm looking at the Bears D-line versus the Panthers O-line and Chuba Hubbard. Those are my 3 key matchups that I'm looking for. Now, before we get into the mailbag, I'm going to drop a couple bold predictions. Bold prediction number 1 for Bobby. Caleb Williams throws 3 touchdowns. Hear me out, ladies and gentlemen. Look, Caleb Williams, he did everything he was supposed to do within the structure and everything that he was asked for. He did miss some things. He made some mistakes, but for the most part, he did everything that he was supposed to do. If the Bears can't score 30 points on this team, I'm going to be highly upset. Just get as close. If you give me 28, I will settle. But the Panthers are giving up a league leading 32 points per game, ladies and gentlemen. 32 points per game. So if the Bears can't score at least 28, hey, Shane Waldron, we got to holler at you, big dog. I ain't going to lie. But then the reason, excuse me. One of my other bold predictions is that I got DeAndre Swift going for 100 rushing yards. 100 rushing yards. Yes, I know I said I was going to move off of him a little bit. I was a little weary of him. But he reeling me back in. But I'm not fully there yet. So I'm going to put a little stock on him, put a little money on it, and see what he can do. DeAndre Swift, go get that 100 yards, my boy. Make me a believer. And the last bold prediction is that the Chicago Bears will dominate. This defense will dominate this game. They will have at least 4 sacks. They will not allow the Panthers to score over 16 points and somebody getting an interception. And his name might be Briscoe. Those are my bold predictions. Some of y'all drop y'all bold predictions down below. Let me know how you feeling about what was discussed. And now we're going to get into the mailbag portion of the episode. Ladies and gentlemen, this first one up, we're going to hear from Fred.
Cognac boys, what up, man? What it do? This be your boy, Fred, man. Bobby, C-Dub. Shout out to my man Hayes, Big Cav, and Steve-O, man. I'm glad to see them get that win, against the Rams. But it's still an improvement that needs to be made. Now, that goddamn Braxton Jones, at this point, we might as well just bench him and let that boy Kieran go ahead and get in that role. Now, when Bates come back, I think our line gonna be a little better. You know what I'm saying? Like Darnell Wright, he gotta show Ryan Poles that he's worth a big contract. Because you see what the Lions did, they got that boy Panay a big contract. And I think he in his second year, they gave it to him his third year, they gave him that contract, something like that. So for Darnell Wright to be a first round pick, he got to get it together, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, you ain't got time to go backwards. We trying to go forward. You know what I'm saying? We trying to be at the point to where the Bears are trying to be the respected and most talked about team, like everybody else in a positive way. Because everything we hear is always in a negative way. You know what I'm saying? About the Bears. Now, I would like to see them use, Austin Booker more in their rotation, him and Hardy as well, because them boys can ball. You know what I'm saying? They ain't make this team for nothing. And then my thing is, why is he holding on to Steele and Dominic Robinson? We haven't even seen this man play. We might as well go ahead and cut him and Bailey Jones. Like, what's the point? And when the hell are we going to see Tyler Scott out there? Because they say he had a good camp, but why they not using him? Like, Shane Waldron is starting to piss me off as a coordinator. It's like, I don't know what it is, like with the Bears. Maybe they got this taboo about this franchise that they don't know how to pick offensive coordinators, man. Like, I don't know what it is. It's like, well, offensive coordinators and head coaches, fellas. Like, but I'm happy they got the win. I hope they get this win against the Panthers. They should go and dominate the Panthers better than what they did last year. So let me know what you think, fellas, man. And I'll be feeling like, man, y'all don't even love your boy no more, man. Man, I'm like, hit me up. I'm like, my bad, man. I'm tripping. I'm reading the damn text. But, yeah, man, you know, y'all know what it is, Cognac boys. Chicago up, bet down or nothing, man. Let's get it.
You already know, bet down or nothing. Let's get it. Hey, Fred, I ain't gonna lie to you. You want to cut everybody. You want to cut everybody, my boy. But I ain't mad at you though. But I will say this: you ain't gonna be able to cut a lot of these guys because you are going to need the depth, and you still need the 53 men on the roster, regardless if we're not seeing some people or we feeling a certain way about certain players. It ain't too many good replacements out there on the market right now. So we just go rock with what we got. But when you talk about Braxton Jones, look, I think that Ryan Poles loves Braxton Jones. That's just my personal opinion. That's why, though, I don't believe he's a all-pro caliber left tackle, but he is a good one. And a lot of people, the way that they talk about Braxton Jones, it's fair. You know what I'm saying? They don't think he's good enough, but he is good. I don't know if you have a replacement set for him right now or have the intentions of replacing him. That's going to be something that we're going to find out in the offseason. But I say Braxton Jones, he's fine. When you talk about Dominique Robinson, look, I ain't got nothing else to say about it. And then Tyler Scott, hey, did DeAndre Carter come out of the bushes and snatch Tyler Scott job? That's what it looks like. Remember, we heard Tyler Scott being capable and being one of the guys that can return kickoffs. He ain't been returning nothing. That's DeAndre Carter. So he's adding value. And now you telling me if Keenan Allen goes down, I could still play DeAndre Carter and he can have some type of production and make some plays for me? It's a win-win. I feel bad for Tyler Scott, but this is a production-based league. This is a league based on competition, and the Bears saw something, you know what I'm saying, that they felt like DeAndre Carter was good at. But you already know we love you, gang. We already know you love you. I don't know who you talking to on a text, but if they don't love you and they forgot about you, hey, we ain't gonna rock with them. No, I'm just playing. I'm gonna mind my business, big dog. I'm gonna mind my business. But appreciate the call nonetheless. Thanks for calling in, my guy. All right, next we're gonna jump into the next one. This one is from Empire.
What's up, Hayes, Bobby, C-Dub? It's your boy Darnell, representing the Bears from way out in Utah. I got a question for you guys. I heard on another NFL podcast this week, they were talking about the Bears and talking about how Romo Odunze's got to take over the number one spot from DJ Moore. And I think I disagree with that. DJ Moore to me is an elite wide receiver. And I think that him and Caleb just got to get on the same page still. So I think that, DJ Moore still should be a wide receiver one. I think it just going to take some time for them to get on the same page. But lately it has been looking bad with like his connections and his body language and things like that. But me personally, I just think it's going to take some time for them to get on the same page and they're going to get right. So let me know what you guys think. Appreciate y'all. Bear down.
Appreciate you, Darnell, Mr. Empire. You know what I'm saying? But I'm right there on board with you. I think that a lot of right now this year is not the year that Rome Odunze becomes wide receiver number one. Maybe year 2, year 3. We'll see. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. And a lot of people they're up in arms about DJ's frustration. Hey, if you've been losing your whole career, bro, wouldn't you be frustrated? I'm just saying, if things ain't going right, you've been losing your entire career, you're going to be frustrated too. But the good thing is, and to your point, it's going to take some time. We've already seen in the last game, Caleb and DJ talking on the sideline, and then guess what happened after the talk? Touchdowns, baby. So hopefully these guys continue to work it out. They figure it out. And for the Rome Odunze conversation, look, I'd rather have all these guys involved. I'd rather guys push their personal emotions and things to the side and just do what's best for the team. If it's a DJ Moore game, let him meet. If it's a Rome game, let him meet. If it's a Keenan Allen game, Cole Kmet game, let him meet. Last week, It was a DeAndre Swift game. They let him eat. So that's all I really care about. Put the wins in the column, and everybody should be fine. But we'll see. Appreciate the call, Darnell. But next up, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to talk to my man's Meezy. Here it is.
Hey, what's good? Hayes, Bobby, C-Dub, Big Kev, Steve-O, what's the word, man? This Meezy G from the low end. Last week was the first time I called in. I'm the one that said, like, when they ass get on that goal line, they need to put Billings back there. They ain't put Billings, they put Kramer. Same difference, though. I called that shit, and we scored. So they need to stop playing that, you know what I'm saying, that cutesy ball shit when it's on the goal line. Keep doing that shit. And then, shit, they came back to it later on in the game where they needed to pick up, I think, a third down. They did the same shit. Get back to that basic shit, man. They ain't got to do all that extra bullshit, man, to win. As long as y'all getting them wins, do that basic shit, man. And then looking at this Panthers game, I ain't gonna lie. The history of the Bears, man, this would be the game that a motherfucker, Andy Dalton come in and throw 400 yards and all type of shit. Nah, they need to smash his ass. They need to punish his ass. They damn near need to make him look so bad. They put Bryce Young back in that bitch so they can get to losing again, and we get that high pick in the second round. You feel me? So I feel like we can go into this motherfucking bye week. Shit, what? Undefeated up to that point, shit, all the way to the Patriots and go up into that motherfucking Green Bay game with some confidence on the 17th of November after smashing on all these niggas. Like, don't take shit lightly. I ain't trying to be no good sports, nothing. They need to punish their ass. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's it, man. You know what I'm saying? So one game at a time, we go see how this shit look. And on the Panthers, we go see if this last week was a fluke, because, you know, that could be the thing, too. You know what I'm saying? Walden can go back to the bullshit, and you'll be sitting up looking at his ass like, what the fuck? Like, you saw what worked. Why go away from that? So I'm just waiting on Sunday. We're going to see how that shit go. You know what I'm saying? Chicago up, that down.
I appreciate the call, my guy. From the low end. Hey, it's crazy. I be on the low end all the time. I don't live around there, but I be around all the time. You might know some people I know. I'm just saying, you might. Just ask around. Ask around. Let me know if you know Peel or Kizzy. That's for you, my guy. But when we talk about what they was able to do with the basic stuff, I think that's what it comes down to, man. Don't try to get too cute, Shane Waldron. Don't try to overcomplicate this. If it's 3rd and 1, we going to get the 1. Punch the team in the mouth. Punch the team in the mouth. My man's Coach T say styles create fights. So if you want to create a good fight, a good fight in the corner, you know what I'm saying? You got to hit somebody in the mouth when they hit you. And if you hit them harder, they're going to back up and get ready. And then you got to hit them again and hit them again and hit them again. So the addition to with Doug Kramer being in that position, playing the fullback, the way he was able to hit the hole, that's something you absolutely need when you want to run the ball. Me personally, I would encourage it more often. You know what I'm saying? To start your drives. I will encourage that to start some of your drives, or to start or be one of the plays or some type of formation look. You go to that on a first down and you can draw play action off of that, or you can draw a screen off of that. Or, you know what I'm saying? You can do a number of things with that formation, especially having and giving a look with a big ass guy by the name of Doug Kramer being down, you know, in a 3-point stance. That a lot of teams gonna get the creeping up to the line. Boom, play action. After you done ran it so many times, hit the shot downfield, Caleb. Hit the shot downfield. But I'm 100% with you. Keep it simple, bro. We ain't got to be cute. Let's keep it simple. Find out who we are, and then we expand off of that. One quick note before we move on. Look at one of the drives from the Commanders game with Jaden Daniels. They ran 13 personnel for like 9 straight plays, bro. 9 straight plays. I don't think that's going to happen for the Chicago Bears and Shane Waldron, but the point is that if it's working, make the defense stop you before you try to say, all right, we need to maneuver on to this. But set things up. Set things up. Appreciate the call, man. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this next one is coming in from Tyrone.
What's up, Cognac boys? Hey, man, I just wanted to talk about the evaluations and the grades that you gave the players.
the one that I'm most agreeable with and disappointed in is Darnell Wright. Man, I'm surprised that this kid has taken such a step back compared to how he played as a rookie. It shows that the carryover that we had with the offensive line coach was yet another mistake by the Bears organization, holding on to some of the facets of the old. And as we try to advance, we have to stop doing things the way we used to do them. And keeping these type of carryovers with wrong attitude and improper technique and not having enough depth to push these guys is part of the problem. My bad, this is Tyrone out of Memphis. But as I'm looking at how our offensive line has progressed and missing the pieces that we're missing, the main thing that can help us out is running those screens at the right time, and it worked last game. And Caleb has to show that he can push the ball downfield. I was a huge Caleb guy, and this has kind of hurt my feelings to see how he's played, but he is progressing. The one thing I have a problem with is he's not even attempting these deep balls. And when he does, they are so off that you automatically assume that something is wrong. Either the receiver ran the wrong route or the quarterback and him are not on the same page, when I'm hoping that the real problem is that he has not mastered an NFL deep ball. Now, that is something that rookies come in and are much better at than short intermediate passing. So if Caleb can't get the deep ball, maybe he is a game manager, but I know we have a lot of time. It's not to bash anybody, but Darnell Wright must be better no matter what. Shot down up, bear down. There go.
All right. Shout out to you, Tyrone. I appreciate the call. You said you was calling in from Memphis, so I hope you are doing well down there. I know that you guys were dealing with some of that hurricane stuff out there. I hope you and your family is good. But now on to the football stuff. Darnell Wright, me personally, I feel like he's gonna be fine. When you come and you mention C-Mode, the offensive line coach, look, as of right now, a lot of people are putting the blame on him and Shane Waldron, and I will as well. But I will I'm holding players accountable as well. If my man setting up certain things on first down, stop with the pre-snap penalties. Stop with the penalties on the play that negates some of your big plays. Stop putting your team in bad position. That goes for every single player on the offensive side of the ball. We've seen grab holding penalties or false start penalties or some type of other penalty, illegal formations or something like that messed up that game plan. So that's how I'm really looking at it. There's no panic for me from Darnell Wright. And the last point about Caleb Williams, when we talk about Caleb Williams, this ain't I'm with you. The deep pass thing, he got to get that under control. But I will say this. Those same throws that he's missing in games is the same thing that he was making in practice that had everybody up in arms celebrating and saying, ooh, we got one. So that's going to come over time because obviously the games are different from practice. Timing gets switched up a little bit. Things change in real game action. That timing and that chemistry is going to come. And last point, the offensive line has to allow him to get down to that deep ball progression a lot more often so he can build that continuity up, build that chemistry up with his players, and then he will begin to hit some of those deeper passes down the field. But thanks for calling in, my guy. Appreciate you. We about to move on. Ladies and gentlemen, the next one up comes from Xavier.
What's going on, guys? This is Xavier calling in. Man, I just want to speak on the game against the Rams, man. We did really good, man, as far as Shane Waldron getting that offense going in the second half, because the first half, he was a little off, and I think it was due to his play calling, obviously, but he switched it up in the second half, so I'm going to give him credit for that. He started being a little bit more aggressive, but we got him, bro. I hate to beat the damn horse, bro, but it's obvious, bro. This line is horrible, bro. Don't get me wrong. They played better, bro, but that ain't saying much, bro. It's like shit. Like, they were still shitty for the most part, bro. And Caleb, man, I just hope that this kid can make it through the season, man. I've been saying this every time I call in, bro. I don't know if he gonna be able to make it through, bro, because like it's crazy, bro, when the pressure is right there in his face. And one thing I'll give him credit for, bro, his escapability has been way better than I thought or that I saw in college. He's been really good with escaping the pressure, but it's only so much he can do, bro, because, you know, when that pressure's on you, bro, and as a young QB, it's really bad for those young guys that have to face that. But I was loving what I was seeing from DeAndre Swift. We gave him hell. Y'all gave him hell on here. I was giving him hell, bro. He really stepped it up last game. Hopefully he can improve on that. Keenan didn't look 100% healthy. I want them to start using Cole Kmet more, bro. Cole Kmet, Gerald Everett, bro. He can catch the ball, bro. If that motherfucker can't do nothing else, bro, I've seen him so many years, bro. He can catch the ball, bro, and he has nice speed too. Get them more involved, and we should be fine. But we gotta, like, man, I just hate that. It's like we're wanting Caleb to rush to get the ball out, but he has to because this line is so shitty. But man, bro, hopefully we should be able to drag Carolina. Hopefully they come with their A game and really put their foot on Carolina's throat early, get them out of here. But man, bro, we should be good, man, for this game at least. Man, Chicago up, they're down.
All right. So we heard from Xavier. Appreciate the call, my guy. Thanks for calling in. When you talk about the O-line, they are improving. And I'm hoping that tomorrow when we see this offensive line, they are holding up their end of the bargain to make sure that the Chicago Bears whoop the Panthers. That's what I'm hoping for. When we talk about Caleb Williams, the escapability, you are absolutely right. That man is he's one of those. And a lot of people what I want to see out of Caleb is, hey, if you get out of if you're gonna escape. Go pick up 2-3 yard slide. You know what I'm saying? Don't pick up 2-3 yards. Try to be you don't want to take his superpower away, which is, you know, throwing off platform outside of the pocket. But sometimes it just ain't gonna be there in the NFL. So pick up them few yards, slide, and we move on to the next play. The special stuff will come. DeAndre Swift, I crapped on him a lot. I gotta shut the F up at this point, at least for one game. I want to see what he does tomorrow. And when we talk about Cole Kmet, I want you to go, Xavier and everybody else. I challenge you all to go look at Shane Waldron's time in Seattle. Every year that he was there, the targets and the receptions went down for the tight end. Noah Fant is not as good as Cole Kmet, but I think that is something that we should be looking out for. But he should know Cole Kmet could provide Caleb a nice security blanket to do what is necessary to be a productive player for this offense. But thanks for the call, man. We appreciate you over here on Chicago Bears Central. Ladies and gentlemen, we are black yet again. This last one is from Marifa.
Make sure you give me that 6-wing fried hard salt and pepper, extra mild sauce. Okay? Yeah. That'd be good. Yeah. Give me a great top too. Yeah. Bobby, C-Dub, hey, them Cognac boys, what's happening, fellas? It's your man, Marifa South, black yet again, man. Listen, I'm calling in, man. I was putting in my order, man. Give me some Harold chicken, man. So I'll go ahead and give me something to eat, man, for lunchtime, man. But I was calling, man, to check in on the guys, man, to let y'all know, man. This week coming up, Carolina game at home, Chicago Bears versus Carolina Panthers, the fleece game, okay? We fleeced their ass for all those picks and DJ Moore and Caleb Williams. We got everybody on the team, and they over there with Bryce Young and the Red Rocket, okay? Now, I'm going to tell you what this game going to be. This game is a revenge game for DJ Moore. He going to show them what they got rid of, okay? So Caleb, he going to have time in that pocket to be able to throw that ball because Kevin Jenkins is back. He back in the lineup. That's good for continuity. He's back in the lineup. Him and Matt Pryor on their team, and they're going to be getting Nate Davis' ass on the bench, sitting his ass down. So that's good, okay? Now, so Caleb going to have time in that pocket so he can set his feet and throw that ball deep down to DJ Moore on the touchdown, okay? I want to see Odunze do his thing too, get his catches, and you know Keenan Allen going to do what he do, and Cole Kmet going to do his thing. But we got to get that running game started, okay? I want to see Rojo get that ball from Caleb Williams under center in our formation. Okay? All this goddamn shotgun and all of that running out of shotgun. Shane Walker needs to stop that, okay?
Yeah.
Put him under center and hand the ball off to Rojo, okay? So we get some yards going, all right? But I expect a good game. I expect a good game from the defense. Defense gonna shut that Red Rocket shit down because they already practiced against his ass before. They know what his tendencies is, so it ain't gonna be too much a problem to get to his ass, stack his ass, and intercept his ass, and shut that damn running game down. But I'm gonna tell you like this. I ain't gonna give you no scope. But I'm gonna say the Bears gonna win, okay? Bears gonna win, and they're gonna win good. All right, that's what I'm gonna say. So listen, man, I'm gonna get up out of here. I got a place to go, got people to see. I gotta eat my food. But you know what I'm gonna say before I leave? Hey, Chicago up! Hey, pay it out, baby! FTB, let's go!
Now, my reefer, I know you wasn't in Harold's yelling like that on the phone. I'm just First of all, send me a 6-piece, big dog. Send me a 6-piece. Send me the 6-piece, big dog. I love Harold's too, man. Share some of the wealth. But I'm with you. The Chicago Bears, they got to come in and they got to take care of business. When it comes to DJ Moore, look, I ain't saying force feed him. I'm just saying, let him eat. I'm just saying, Marifa, send me the 6-piece. Hey, and then send DJ Moore a 6-piece from Harold's. You know what I'm saying? I ain't giving y'all my score predictions until tomorrow's pregame. So y'all make sure y'all stay locked in and y'all tuned in. I appreciate all the fellas that called in today's show and was a part of the mailbag episode. We appreciate y'all over here on Chicago Bears Central. Make sure y'all locked in. So you hit that subscribe button and make sure you tune in so we can go ahead and do this live call tomorrow and root on the Chicago Bears. And the last point about running, you don't want to see runs out of the shotgun. It ain't stopping, bro. It's not stopping. Do we want to see more under center? Yes, I'm with you. We want to see more under center runs. But the runs out of the shotgun, they are not stopping. They're not stopping. But thank y'all anyway. I appreciate y'all. We up out of here. If you want to be a part of the mailbag episodes coming up for next week, make sure you call in. The number to do so is 773-242-9336. We appreciate y'all. Chi-Town up and bet down, baby. We up out of here.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.